Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Wannabe Entrepreneur. I am drinking tea because I am sick, as you can probably hear. And I get really annoyed because since I got COVID in the beginning of June, then I got sick twice after that. And this time is not as strong, but it's still annoying. Like, what's happening? Anyways, today episode will I just don't know how this will end, to be honest, because there are some good news and then some bad news. So I really don't know. And as you can see, it's Wednesday, it's not Tuesday, so I'm releasing one day late. But on Monday we got an interview with Svieta Bay, and I hope you liked it. Did you like it? It was cool, right? I think it was really cool to see how she was able to. Her and Dan, of course, they were both able to, in 3 months, make 13K. That's great. I wish that was really amazing, and everything with the no tech solution or yeah, with no code. So that's really cool. Yeah, and that's I'll be speaking about the positive things and the negative things that are going on in my life. And I'll speak about the new co-working space, and I'll speak about some projects, the project in the lodge, how is it's going, and then I'll also speak about this new era that I'm getting in. And I don't want to spoil it, so I will just start this episode here, and then you'll hear it. Let's go. Turning 30 was a more meaningful mark than what I was expecting. I normally don't care too much about this, and seeing that change of a number, basically going from a 2 to a 3, when I first saw that in those candles, I was thinking, wow, that's different. Now I don't feel anything different, obviously. I feel, I feel sick because I am a little bit sick, but besides that, everything is fine. But there is one thing that kind of changed, and I don't even know how to start. So I told you that by the end of September, if I was not making at least 900, 1000 MRR, I would need to find another way to pay the bills. And I told my partner this. We agreed on this 3 months ago, and the 3 months are over. And yeah, it feels sad, really sad, because I feel that I haven't made it, that I invested so much of my time and effort. But at the same time, it feels that I have achieved something. It feels that, I have a business going. I have a brand as well. I have recently reached 1,500 followers on Twitter, which in comparison with last year, I mean, I started Twitter my account in I believe it was like June or something. So it's 1,500 new followers in a year, basically, which is great. And of course, then we have the community with more than 60 members, and we had more, right? Some people left, and joined again, like Dobroslav. So it's really cool. It kind of shows that yeah, there's value. And one thing that I've noticing more and more is that members of the community are increasing their MRR. They are reaching milestones, and it's really hard to say if it's because of the community, but I always compare the community with the gym. And Of course, that you cannot say that the reason why someone is getting fit or fitter is because they joined the gym. You know that is somehow connected, but you also know that they could have getting fitter by just exercising. They don't really need to join the gym. So it's all about the motivation, about the tools that the gym gives them, and I think with the community is the same. There's a lot of people there. There's a community of people where you can get questions answered and get motivation, and they will support you as well with your marketing. They'll support you with your products on launches and with your Twitter, and it's just easier to do it with others than doing it alone. So yeah, I believe that it's because of the community that people in the WWE space are getting better, and I am getting better because of the community as well, because of the others that are supporting me. So it's weird because what now, right? Of course that it makes no sense for me to stop the community. I worked so hard to make such a nice place that I need to continue making it nice and valuable for all the members, and I'll definitely do that. So the only thing that I will start to cut, I believe, is the marketing. Most of my time is invested in marketing. Most of my frustrations, really, are invested in marketing. They come from marketing. Me trying new approaches to get members. And let me, by the way, give you an update on an experiment that I've done. And I don't know if you remember, but I was using Hivoi plus a list of Twitter handles created by Jasper, another member of the community. And I was sending tons of messages to people and basically I gave them 15 days for free in the community until the end of the month. And I think around like 10 people joined. And no one so far converted. I asked around, I said, hey, do you want to continue in the community? And they don't. They say some people were actually never active, and the others, they said, yeah, I don't think is valuable for me at this point. And none were actually active. So this kind of reproves, if this word exists, again, my theory that the free trial does not work for communities. Because the people that I want to have and the people that have been more engaged are the ones that paid from the start, the ones that know the value of being part of community, because those are the ones that will actually invest their time. So yeah, that's something that I've realized. Even though I love this experiment, the experiment of using Hivoi and sending these cold messages via Twitter, there it was great. And once, so I was basically sending chunks of 100 people, and in one of those chunks, I didn't give the free trial. I just said, hey, do you want to join the community? And I got one member from that. So I believe that that's probably a better approach. A better approach is to still try to use this cold messaging, but immediately try to sell the community from day one. Because again, it's only $10. It's really cheap. It's really, really cheap. Most of the SaaS that do a small little thing, they will cost more than this. And this community, I have so many things going on. You have so much value that if you are not willing to pay $10 from the start, to be honest, this product is just not for you, I believe. So yeah, that part is settled for me. I will not give free trials unless there's a very, very specific reason for me to do so. I will instead use this kind of cold messaging techniques to try to get people into the community and to pay. I will cut on marketing because my efforts will be only in creating value for the community itself, because now a lot of my time will be focused on finding a way to get some extra money, right? So I'm getting the 500 MRR, which by the way was a milestone that I achieved this week. I reached 500 MRR. It was great, and I shared it on Twitter, and I got so many likes. It was also a great, amazing 2 weeks of Twitter, by the way. I got so many new followers, and I'll tell you another cool thing I've done. But yeah, I will now have to allocate my time to find something to add on top of this $500. And don't ask me what this will be. I don't know if I'll try to do some kind of freelancing gig or if I'll try to get a job where I only have to work a few days per week. I don't even know if this is possible. So I'm getting into this other phase of going out of being a full-time indie hacker and become I like to believe that I'm still a full-time indie hacker with a side job, which is my real job, quote unquote, or like a company job. But I'm still indie hacker because it feels so weird to be an indie full-time indie maker. You know, I was living the dream and now having to switch that. Oh, it's really tough. It's really tough. I feel a little bit sad about that, a bit kind of depressed, and sometimes I just want to like stop everything and be upset with the world and say, yeah, the world is missing out on a great indie hacker. It's the world's fault. Why are people not paying? You know, there's this kind of really stupid, naive rage that sometimes comes to my mind. But then the 30-year-old Tiago puts me into senses and says, appreciate what you have, appreciate what you have achieved, and keep fighting. It's okay now to find a job. You will learn other things. I can also share with the audience of this podcast, how does it feel to kind of share my time with another company. Maybe I'll find something amazing. Maybe I'll learn from other companies and I'll find other businesses opportunities. I said something as well when I turned 30 on Twitter. I said that I finally found my dream job, being an indie maker. That's true. Like, I've never felt so fulfilled. This is my dream job. Even though it's still not paying the bills, it's my dream job. And I cannot. It would be unfair to myself and to the ones around me for me not to pursue this. Because if this is what makes me truly happy, this is probably what also will make the others around me happy, because I'll be nicer. And, you know, in order to make others happy, you also need to be happy, I guess. So, yeah, that'll be it. And I'll keep you posted. There's a part of me that thinks that I will still be able to have a huge jump on MRR. And I've been trying different approaches, and recently I got a co-founder, João Amaro, top entrepreneur. And it's a really, really funny story how we met. So we met, I think, when I was like 18 or something. And I was starting my entrepreneurial projects. I was starting a couple of my first websites. And I was completely naive. I had no idea what I was doing, and I thought that I needed help, someone to support me. And I got some magazine, like quite known magazine here in Portugal, and there was one article about this young entrepreneur, 18 years old, already has this company. I was like, wow, this is so cool what this guy is doing. He was doing something with vertical farming. And I thought, wow, I mean, this is the person that can help me out for sure. We are the same age. So somehow I found his email and I sent him a message and said, like, hey, I'm also an entrepreneur. It's my website. What do you think? And I don't really remember how the conversation panned out, but I just know that we exchanged numbers and we've been talking about our entrepreneurial projects ever since. Even like when I was in Germany, we were still talking, and now that I returned, we are talking again even more frequently. And he's going through a very similar phase as me. He was a freelancer all of his life. He never worked for others. But even with all the entrepreneurial projects he had, he gained a lot of experience, but not a lot of money. He made money, but like not that life-changing amount of money, or even something that allows you to relax and save and not to be always working. So he's also thinking on getting a job. And we are in this, both of us are kind of a little bit, I don't want to say depressed, but sad and enraged with the world. And we decided, okay, let's try to do something together. And we are now working the indie lottery. The reason why we picked the indie lottery to start with is because it has a 20% conversion. So 20% of the people that open the website end up submitting their project, and we thought, okay, this will be really cool. So we were like working together and exchanging ideas, and he created the design, and now I'm using this new project not only to see if we can make money and make something amazing, but also to practice new technologies. I'm practicing the bleeding edge. So instead of using the vanilla JavaScript and the shit code I'm doing for the other projects, I'm trying to do something a little bit more organized. So I'm using Gatsby, which is a static website generator, together with React and Tailwind CSS. And if you are in the developing world and the indie world, you probably know this like Tailwind. Everyone is like, Tailwind changed my life. It's cool. I have to be honest, it's cool. I was used to Bootstrap, so Tailwind, you need to kind of change a little bit the way you think, but so far it's working fine. It's working really fine, and I need to put more time into that, but I'm really happy. So it feels great to have a co-founder, and I'm now also working on my talk. I'll be giving a talk about how to become an indie maker, and part of me feels that I'm a fraud by giving this talk because I'm giving the talk exactly in the time where I'm kind of stopping, or not quitting, but leaving the full time indie hacking journey. But I won't stop being indie hacker. So if you want a ticket, by the way, this is also a virtual talk, so you can participate in this, and you can participate in the events and in the other talks. You can listen. It's in English. So I probably don't have a lot of tickets to give away, but I will announce in this podcast first before Twitter. So just DM me. DM me if you are interested. Just go to future.works and you can see all the talks and everything. See if it's something for you. And if it is, let me know and I can probably hook you up with a ticket. So the DMs will be open. And what else? What else happened this week? The thing is, like, I felt that things were working really well for me. The community was more engaging and like a lot of cool things happening. Like we're doing now a book club and everything. So it feels weird that I have to stop now. But I just went also to another co-working space here in Lisbon, Idea Space. Was really cool. I have to say it's Idea Space in Saldanha. They have two, one in Palácio Sotomayor, and then the other one in Saldanha. They're very close by though, but this one is really nice. Like you get in, and it's this tech vibe, tech office vibe. They have like a place outside where you can go, and they have a canteen, and it was really cool. I really enjoy it, and I'll probably also go there more often. So that was really really nice, and yeah, that's basically it. Oh no, I have one more experiment to tell you. Something that worked really really well. So the day I turned 30, I decided to do a giveaway on Twitter, and I really believe that I'm getting more and more pro on Twitter. I kind of understand what content generates likes, and I'm basically I'm feeding into the algorithm, which is a bit weird, right? I would probably never write tweets in such a way, but since I know they work, I just continue. So here's the tweet. I'm turning 30 today, and then a screaming emoji and the ta-da emoji. I'm clearly too old for gifts. Haha. So I want to give my amazing followers a present. If you react with a present emoji, I will send you my Bootstrappers guide for free. You have until midnight. And this is my first giveaway, and it was a success. It was a tremendous success. 51 likes, 55 people claimed the guide, 4 retweets, and I used the Hivory feature for giveaways. I always told Luca, like, no, I don't want to use it, but actually, I have to be honest, I have to be fair, it's really, really helpful. The only thing I did was I tweeted, then I got the link, I posted on Hivory, and then Hivory automatically sent a message to everyone that commented on the tweet. So that part was all fully automated, and then everyone that basically claimed the gift, I sent them a message. And a lot of people in these kind of giveaways, they just want to participate, they just want to get the link, but then they never really open it. So to make sure that they open the link, I wrote a message in this way. Hey, here's Tiago from WB. Thanks for participating in my giveaway. You can access the Bootstrapper's Guide here. And then I finish with this question. Does the link work for you? So it's kind of, yeah, I'm not sure if it works. It seems that it's somehow personalized because no one would assume that I would send this message to everyone, right? So you just need to check the link once. Of course, I knew that the link was working, but I just wanted to get a message back. And once they said, yeah, it works, I knew that these people were engaged. And I told them then in the future I would need feedback from them for sure. And then I asked them and then I added their URL or their Twitter handle rather to Hivoy. In Hivoy, you can also create groups. Then you can send bulk DMs to them. So in probably next week, I'll send a bulk DM to everyone asking for feedback, and I will ask them if the feedback is good. I will ask them to tweet about it, and then I will use these tweets to as reviews for my guide, and maybe I'll even try to convert them to members of the WB. So this is already how my mind goes. It's like in multiple steps. What can I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, convert. This is something that I've learned. Something that the Tiago 1 year ago would never think of. So the giveaway worked really well. I gave more than 47 guides, and now it's paid again. But now I have reviews, and yeah, super happy with that. And super happy because I also got a lot of new followers. I'm now at 1,525. So perfect. Super happy with that. And that's it. That's how I will close today's episodes, because I want to close it in the high notes. And if you want me to continue working in the WB, if you want me to continue doing this podcast, I don't do any advertisement. It's just not something that I want to do, and it's really up to you if I get to continue doing this or not. If you don't like it, if you don't think it's important for you, if you don't think it's valuable, it's fine. Don't donate, don't help it because you don't really need it, and I don't want you to just do it for pity or whatever. But if you think it's valuable, if you think that this is a kind of content that you need in your life, that it's helpful for you, then I would ask you to consider to becoming a member and starting helping out. And what I can give you for now is you can pay or basically buy the merch, and the link will be in the description. You can get t-shirts and everything, and of course part of this money will go for me for this project. And you can also become a member, and that's the better way actually. Like, you become a WB member, it's $10 per month. You get all the amazing access of the community. You get access to these amazing indie makers. Plus, you get to support me for this podcast. And it's really important. It's, if I can continue this, if you want me to invest the time into this podcast, if you want me to continue, yeah, that's the way for you to make sure this will happen. In the next weeks or days, the scheduling will be a little bit off because I'll go to Scotland, and then I will do the presentation. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to release a episode on Tuesday, but yeah, you'll get notified once I release. And there's another interview that I've done, really cool interview that I still have to edit and share it. But yeah, I think you will really enjoy that one. This was another Wannabe Entrepreneur. See you next time. Anyone is following what's happening in the chess community? Is Hans Niemann really a cheater? Or is Carl Magnusson just getting crazy?